Welcome to all. My name is Shrinidhi and I will be handling computer organization subject for the present semester. The code for the subject is BCAC 133 and it has got 2 credits. Internal assessment will be for 20 marks and your final examination will be conducted for 80 marks. The textbook you have to refer for this particular subject is Digital Logic and Computer Design by Morris, and you can avail this textbook from the library once you get into the college premises. As an introduction part, I just wanted to start with number system, but before getting into the actual concepts of this particular subject, I just wanted to give some brief information about the basic concepts available in computer science, because some of you may be from biology background or electronics background or statistics background, so it is better to get the basic concepts which are available in computer science field. So first question is, what is a computer? So computer is nothing but an electronic device which is actually used for computation. So this can be the simplest definition for the question, what is a computer? Okay, now the next thing is, what is a number system? Okay, if you are not from computer science background, I would like to say one thing, that whatever you do with the computer, it is because of numbers. You have to remember this throughout. So whatever the interactions, it may be anything, it may be just anything. If you are doing something on the computer, it is because of numbers. Now you will definitely ask one question, how? Because some of you may say that I am using my system just to watch movies, or you may say that I am using my system just to play games like GTA or NFS Most Wanted, or some of you can say that I am using my system just to listen music, or some of you may say that I am using my system just to browse some contents, or I am just going to update some news on your social networking sites, or some of you say that I am just using my system to view my photos. So now you may ask, how sir, how you are saying that whatever the interaction I do in the system because of numbers? So you have to remember one thing, whatever you do on the screen or whatever you see on the screen, that is just a graphical representation. It may be text, images, videos, or games, or if you are browsing something, or you are using some social networking sites, it may be anything. It is just a graphical representation. So numbers will be converted or transformed to display something on the screen. So as of now, you just think this much, because how to convert it, how to represent it, you will learn in future days. Okay, now the next question is, what is a program? Okay, program is nothing but a sequence of instructions which is given to the system to perform some tasks. Okay, in general I can say like that. So you would have seen some hacker movies in English movies, or in Bollywood also there are some movies which will be concentrating mainly on hackers. There will be so many codes running behind, and he will be performing something, that person will be stealing something. You would have seen, I guess, in the movies. So that is nothing but, a program is nothing but a sequence of instructions or set of instructions which will be run on the system to perform some tasks. Okay, so in future days you will write some instructions, you will run some programs, you will see output. There are so many things in the computer system. Okay, so that is nothing but a program. Now the next question is, what is a data? Okay, data, data is a word which is frequently used throughout this subject. How much you learn about computer, how much you learn about the technology, how much you learn or implement with respect to any applications or programs, data plays a major role. Without data you cannot imagine any computer system. Remember this much. Okay, now definitely you will ask, what is data, what is the meaning of data? So data is nothing but whatever the instruction you give to the computer, it is a data. I can say it's input data, or whatever you get from the computer, it is output data. Okay, so if you are pressing a key in the keyboard, it's a data you are giving to the system. The same data will be displayed on the screen. That displaying of something is an output which is given by that computer. Okay, so data is everywhere, each and everything is data. Whatever the processing, whatever the presentation, it may be anything, it is data. Okay, data plays a major role, and data has two types. Okay, one is discrete data and second one is continuous data. Okay, so discrete data is nothing but it is somewhat static, I can say. That data which is static, I can say somewhat, I can say discrete data. Okay, example can be like your name or your Aadhaar number or PAN number, because once it is given, it is almost stay as it will stay up to some particular time. But continuous data is not like that. See, for continuous data, it will be keep on changing. It will be keep on updating. The example will be like time. So time will be keep on changing, isn't it? If I ask what time it is, you will say some time. After 5 minutes or after 10 minutes, if I ask the same question, you will give some other data, like some other timings, isn't it? In the same fashion, so you can give some more examples like weather forecasting, it is a continuous data, or for RTOs or CCTV cameras, whatever the CCTV camera is capturing, it is a continuous data, because it will be keep on changing, it will be keep on updating the new data. Okay, so those examples can be given for continuous data. So remember one thing, data plays a major role. Okay, data is important. Without data you cannot imagine any computer system. The next question is, what is a digital computer? So in the initial stage I asked what is a computer. Now the question is, what is a digital computer? So digital computer is nothing but when you are dealing with the numbers, when you are dealing with the digits, and when you are dealing completely with the graphical representation and conversions or processing with the numbers, then it is called digital computer. Okay, so because computer has mainly two types, you can categorize the computer into two types, mainly analog computer and digital computer. So in this particular subject we will be more concentrating on digital computer. Okay, now the next question is, what is a signal? See, whenever I say there is a flow of electrical energy or electrical signals, okay, if I say some device is electronic, or if I say computer is an electrical device, then definitely there is a signal. So because of that signal itself, you are trying to capture the data, you are understanding what exactly the data is. Based on signals you are going to process the data available. Okay, so you can imagine this particular thing when I give in the future classes, because when I give more examples, when I solve more examples, so you will be understanding the actual concept of signals as well. Okay, now the next is types of number systems. Okay, so there are mainly 4 number systems. First one is decimal number system, second one is binary number system, third one is octal number system, and fourth one is hexadecimal number system. So these are the major types of number systems, and these number systems are essential for the computer system, because to represent something we need numbers, we need to represent the numbers as well in different forms. So for doing that we need these number systems. I am going to explain each and everything in the coming videos, but as of now you think there are 4 number systems in the computer field. Okay, the next is the block diagram of digital computer. Now the actual block diagram will be seen how exactly this particular digital computer is made up of. Okay, I guess you can see the block diagram on the screen. There are mainly 5 components here. Let us concentrate on input and output device component initially. Okay, now as I said, input is nothing but you are giving some instruction or you are giving some data to the computer or to the device. Output is nothing but whatever you get from the device. Okay, now if I want to give some example for input devices, I can say keyboard, I can say mouse, or I can say joystick. If you are playing some games, I can say joystick, or I can say stylus pen. Do you know what is stylus pen? So in Samsung tabs or in touchscreen phones previously, we used to get one pen, one stick. Using that stick we used to work on that screen, isn't it? That is called stylus pen. It is a kind of input device. Okay, and in the real time examples I can say that our fingers also an input device, isn't it? Don't you think? I hope everyone has these smartphones. I am pretty sure that everyone is having the social networking accounts. It may be Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or anything. Say you will be having lot of social networking sites or social networking accounts. For example, if I consider Instagram, how you are going to open Instagram? After unlocking, you will be going to press that particular icon. So it is a kind of input to you, to your smartphone, saying that please open that particular application. Okay, once it is opened, you will be keep on scrolling the pages and you will be keep on seeing the feeds or updates from your friends or the people those who you follow. That scrolling down is a kind of input. You are saying to that application that please scroll down my page. It's an input, isn't it? Have you ever thought of it? Or if you like some pages, you are going to press that heart button, isn't it? Like heart icon. Now it is a kind of input. After pressing it, the color of that heart will be changed, isn't it? That is a kind of input. You are pressing, it is an input, but after pressing you are going to see that change in the color, that is an output. You are scrolling down the page is an input, but that you can see the scrolling of the page, that is an output from the system. In day-to-day life, whenever you interact with electronic devices, you will be giving input, that system will be giving output. But while using, we will never think of it. Okay, in each and every day-to-day life, you will be using this system. You will be given, you will be giving the input, and you will be getting the output from the system. Okay, now whenever you think of it, you are going to get the actual use or actual application. Now you are watching the video, isn't it? I am pretty sure that you are watching the video on YouTube. How did you come to know that I have uploaded the video, or how did you get to know this? Because of one link, isn't it? You press that link, you will be taken to the YouTube application, and inside the YouTube application you will be watching this particular video, isn't it? So it's a kind of input as well as output. Fine, this is a simple example I can give. Such example, there are so many examples, but as of now you remember this much. Okay, the next component is storage or memory unit. So to store the data you require some place, isn't it? Let me give one more example. So if consider that you are going to buy some smartphones, or you are planning to buy some smartphones. Definitely you check for RAM as well as ROM, isn't it? So if it is 32 GB, it is considerable, or if it is 64 GB, it is considerable, or if it is 128 GB, definitely you will feel to buy that particular phone. In some of the Apple products, they roll out some phones with the storage of 256 GB as well, isn't it? So if you have more storage capacity, that means you can store more data, correct? It may be any data, it may be video data, audio data, image data, or you can store games, isn't it? There are so many data you can store in the storage device. So storage component plays a major role, because whatever the data you get, it has to be stored somewhere. It may be for processing, or it may be for displaying on the screen. Okay, so storage component is essential. Now there are two more components available in this block diagram. One is processor unit, another one is control unit, isn't it? So if I combine these two components together, then that combination is called central processing unit, or CPU. Okay, so processor is nothing but whatever the data you give using input devices, the same data will be processed for a particular action, and it will be stored as well. Okay, after processing, it will store. From that storage device, you are going to output the same data on the screen or monitor. Fine, each and every data you give to the computer, it will be processed. Now you may ask, what is processing? What exactly happens? So what exactly happens, you will be learning in the coming concepts. How exactly representing something, how exactly processing, how to perform tasks, what are the tasks are being done in the background. So everything will be, you are going to learn in the coming videos. Okay. Now one more component is remaining, that is control unit. Fine. So control unit is like a supervisor. It will supervise all the works. It will see which is wrong, what is going wrong, or what is right, and what has to be done, how to control it, what to process, where to store, how to display that detail on the display, and everything. Overall control will be carried out by the help of control unit. Okay, so that means control unit plays a major role in the particular process. Fine. So this is the block diagram of digital computer. Fine. Next. So next we can see about decimal number system. So in the previous slide, while explaining the types of number systems, I listed out total 4 number systems, out of which we will be dealing with now decimal number system. Okay, so what are the 4 types of number systems? One is decimal number system, second one is binary number system, third one is octal number system, and fourth one is hexadecimal number system. Okay, now the number system represents value of number with respect to its given base. What is the meaning? What is base? See, in the previous slide, see, I have given some base values for all the number systems. See, decimal number system has the base 10, binary number system has base 2, octal number system has base 8, hexadecimal number system has base 16. Okay, so based on this base value, you are going to identify what kind of number you have represented. Okay, each and every number has got its own representation. Fine, you will be learning each and every representation. While I give the examples, you get to know that how exactly all these representations are being done. Okay, now next, if the base value of a number system is 10, okay, then it is called decimal number system, and this decimal number system has got important role in development of science and technology. Okay, now in day-to-day life, whatever the numbers you are dealing with, okay, it is of type decimal numbers system. Okay, if I ask what is your age, you say your age, it is a decimal number. If I ask what is your pocket money, what you got today, how much amount you got today, if I ask that question, you say some amount, it is in decimal number system. Okay, so in day-to-day life, whatever the number you use, it is in decimal number system itself. Okay, so decimal number system, in mathematically, if I want to represent, definitely you require digits. So that digits ranges from 0 to 9. Okay, using these digits itself, you are going to create some numbers. Fine. Let me give some examples for this decimal number system. Fine. Now, can you see some examples on the screen? Just concentrate on first example. The number 2025 is interpreted as, it may be 2025 or 2025. This 2025 can be rupees or year or any random number. Okay, so this particular 2025 is in decimal number. Now how to represent this on the system? How computer will interpret this number? Isn't it? So you have to understand that concept as well. Okay, now you can come to this next line. See how to resolve this. I will say, you just concentrate now. You have to consider this particular example from right hand side. Okay, that is nothing but 5 into 10 to the power 0. Can you see? Can you see? 5 into 10 to the power 0. Now, what is 10 to the power 0? 10 to the power 0 is nothing but 1, isn't it? Any number to the power 0 is 1. Okay, now 5 into 1 is 5. Okay, now after that plus 2 into 10 to the power 1. What is 10 to the power 1? 10 to the power 1 is nothing but 10, isn't it? Any number to the power 1 is the same number. You get the same number mathematically, isn't it? You have to recall that concept as well, mathematical concepts as well. Okay, 2 into 10 to the power 1 is 10. So 2 into 10 is 20. Now how many numbers you got? 20 plus 5. Okay, now come to next position. 0 into 10 to the power 2. What is 10 to the power 2? 1 followed by 2 zeros, that is nothing but 100, isn't it? 10 to the power 2 is 100. So 0, any number which is multiplied with 0 is 0. So you get 0. Plus 2 into 10 to the power 3. What is 10 to the power 3? 1 followed by 3 zeros, that is nothing but 1000, isn't it? 2 into 1000 is 2000. See, after that equal to symbol, you can see how exactly I represented there. 2000 plus 0 plus 20 plus 5. So if you add up all these values, you are going to get 2025 or 2025 or 2025. Okay, so this is how it is interpreted. Okay, it is, the computer has to understand it, isn't it? It has to represent some numbers in its own way. This is what this is how it represents. Okay, this is how it interprets actually. Fine. Now after that, after OR, you can see in the brackets I have given the same number, and I have written that 10. So you have to read this as 2025 to the base 10 or 2025 to the base 10. Okay, each and every decimal numbers will be having the base 10, but in general life or day-to-day life, we will never go for representation like to the base 10. Okay, we will never write, we will just write 2025. We will never right to the base 10, but it is understood that it is a decimal number. Okay, this is how you can represent a number in a decimal number system. So if I ask represent 1000 in a decimal number system, then how you have to write? Within the brackets you have to write 1000 and to the base 10. So this is how you represent. But how you got 1000? Again the same method. You have to start from 10 to the power 0 to all the number, how many numbers I have given till there, you have to go for this. Fine. Now the next example you can see is if you have some floating point. Okay, if you have some floating points, how it will be represented, floating point or decimal point. Okay, in technical terms or in computer science terms we will say floating point values, or in mathematical form you say decimal number system. Okay, sorry, decimals. If the number have some decimals or dot, then you say that thing. Okay, now you can see the example over there, 250.36. how the computer will interpret this? 250, as usual in the previous example we have seen how to represent that number. 250 can be represented like, let us see from the right hand side, 250 0 into 10 to the power 0, that is nothing but 0 into 1 0, 5 into 10 to the power 1, that is nothing but 5 into 10 50, plus 2 into 10 to the power 2, that is nothing but 2 into 100, it is 200. So if you add up these three values you get 250, isn't it? 200 plus 50 plus 0, that is nothing but 250. Then after that decimal point dot, now you have to consider the numbers from left hand side. Always remember, for the normal number which do not have any decimal dot, that numbers have to be considered from right hand side, and if you have the decimal dot, then those numbers after the decimal dot you have to consider from the left hand side. Okay, now after the dot you have two more digits, that is nothing but 3 and 6. So you have to start from 3 into 10 to the power minus 1. So you will get the value like 0.3. Now plus 6 into 10 to the power minus 2. 6 into 10 to the power minus 2 is nothing but 0.06, and it goes on. So if you have, say for example, if you have 250.364, okay, for example I am saying, then 3 into 10 to the power minus 1, 6 into 10 to the power minus 2, plus 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. So like that it will go on. Okay, for this example this much is enough. So you have to add up all the values, whatever the values you get by representing like in the above fashion. You have to add up all the values and you will get the interpreted value, the question value, that is nothing but 250.36. okay, that is nothing but 200 plus 50 plus 0 plus 0.3 plus 0.06, that is nothing but 250.36. Or you can explicitly represent that particular number using the base 10. So saying that it is a decimal number system. Okay, so this is the example. So in the same fashion you can take any numbers, you can try to interpret the numbers in the decimal number system, and you can represent, or you can write it down that particular number with the base 10. Okay, try to do that. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask, and try to solve some numbers in the same fashion. If you get any doubt, you can get back to me. Okay, and the rest of the concepts will be I'm going to upload some more videos on other number systems as well. So there are so many concepts, and I am going to give so many examples as well. Let me see how it will go. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can put a message and I will give the resolution for all the queries. Okay, thank you.